Alrighty, guys, we are back for Chapter 11. I was kidnapped by the Pirate King. Let's get right to it. Caroline and Daisy soldered from the helicopter and start towards you, and your stomach drops. Amber, how wonderful to see you. Your stepmom wraps her arms around you and squeezes. To the unknowing onlooker, it's a mother greeting her beloved child. But to you, it's a declaration of war. Caroline, what are you doing here? How did you find me? Let's do what are you planning? Let's do that. I'm planning nothing, Amber. Nothing at all. You look so cute, Amber. Daisy smirks and stomps on your foot hard as she passes. You swallow and yelp a bite the inside of your cheek. You bite the inside of your cheek. See you inside, dear. Caroline follows her daughter, knocking into you hard enough to disturb your balance. Ronan steadies you. Charming ladies. They have some nerve. They didn't out me. We're fairly cordial. We'll see. We'll do they didn't out me. We'll do that. If they're smart, they won't. Oh, they're smart and scheming, too. They're up to something no good. Come on, let's head inside. Looks like they're outside to me. Hand in hand, you and Ronan head into the party. The crowd is lively and people are already dancing and laughing, eating and chatting. Amber, how nice to see you out and about. Dear girl, I heard about your ordeal. How brave you are to be seen in public so soon. As the night rolls on, more people seem to work up the nerve to approach you with questions. It must have been terrifying. Are you in therapy? No, I'm doing all right. What about medicine? Are you taking anything for anxiety? Oh, the things you must have seen, you poor girl. Caroline wakes up to you with a drink in her hand, smiling like a fox. Walks up to you. Tell us, Amber, how did you meet your charming companion? Since you're so serious, I'd love to know more. There's no need to go into that now. I don't want to bore you. I'm going to do that. I don't want to bore you. Nonsense. How could you ever bore me? Caroline smiles, turns sharp, like a predator about to catch its prey. You open your mouth, but no words come out as it is your mind has gone blank. As if your mind has gone blank. I saved her life. Suddenly Ronan is there, his arm around your waist and a charming smile on his face. Caroline narrows her eyes. Really? Oh yes, after Amber was kidnapped by that dreadful pirate, she took some time to stay at a beach town resort. She was on the water, a nice yacht, and almost toppled off the railing. Luckily, I was there to catch her before she fell. He smiles down at you, and you see the glimmer in his eyes. Meeting Amber has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. You hear the guests coo at the story, and you flush, but Caroline doesn't look impressed. I don't believe it. You're startled at her words, but her eyes are sharp and cold as she glares at you. Amber would never be so clumsy as to fall off a boat, not unless someone pushed her. The guests mumble uncomfortably. Tension suddenly thickens the air. Here we go. A little help here, love. Ronan squeezes your hand and mutters in your ear. You take a deep breath. I need to go along with Ronan's story, come up with a different story, fumble and blow our cover. Well, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go along with Ronan's story. Let's do that. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. You smile sweetly at Caroline, finding the courage to play along. It might surprise you to hear this, Caroline, but I did slip. Maybe you don't know me as well as you thought you did. She bristles, but you remain ever pleasant. I slipped, and dear Ronan here caught me. He was like my knight in shining armor, my hero, really. You squeeze Ronan's hand and you look directly into Caroline's eyes. He saved me from a nightmarish situation. You. Well, now, no need to paint me so nicely. If anyone saved anyone, Amber, you saved me. I was half a man before I met you. Ronan laughs charmingly and pulls you in close. The guests smile at the affection as he whispers in your ear, well done. Caroline crosses her arms over her chest. Good job, you outsmarted Caroline. Okay. The crowd finally disperses, and you walk away, only to run into Daisy. She stands there smirking. So, what's next for the happy couple? Oh, well, we're taking it one day at a time. Is that right? Yes. I assume you're happy for me. Let's do that. Oh, so happy I could puke, actually. Wow, she's everything you said she was, Amber. What's that supposed to mean? I knew you were faking it when you called me. You're totally fine. And you're a brat as always. You glance at Ronan, and awkwardness between you seems to have melted away, and you appreciate him standing by your side. You two are so low class, you're made for each other. Wow. Maybe we are. Caroline cuts her way back through the crowd, smiling like the sun. When she gets to you, she gives you an exaggerated kiss. Darling, it's so lovely to see you, but we must be going. You're leaving already? Not just me. Uh-oh. When she's sure no one is watching, her face scrunches up and she glares at you. You can't keep this farce up forever, you little wow. You force a smile and take Ronan's hand, trying to lead him around Caroline. Where do you think you're going? She steps into your path, grabbing your arm. Her nails dig into your skin hard enough to almost draw blood. When this party's over, you're coming with me. What? Her smile widens, sinister and cruel. No arguments. That's the way it's going to be, like it or not. And when you leave, I'm locking you away forever. You will never embarrass us ever again, mark my words. Caroline, you can't do that. I won't go with you. Get away from me. Let's do that. No, I don't think I will. You. Slap. Your face erupts in pain as Caroline's hand strikes you in a smack. You selfish, ignorant girl. Do you think I would let you get away with this farce? Do you think I'll let you ruin this family? You can't talk to her that way. And why not? Caroline gives your arm a yank and you yelp. Amber, don't let her do this to you. Ronan's words are quiet but clear, and you cling to the strength they give you. Who are you to say I am her mother, am I not? You see red as anger, grief, and indignation takes over you. Caroline. I'm gonna say you're right. I'm gonna save some gems. What? Ronan, stay out of this. It's a family thing. She's not your family. Yes, she is. You don't have to defend her, Amber. She's horrible. Maybe, but she's my mother. So what bothers me is I spent those gems to lie about her, and then it comes back anyway where she knows I'm lying about everything. So that's why I don't understand about spending gems all this time. Anyway, maybe, but she's my mother. Let's do this. Ronan takes your hand. He glares at Caroline harsh and cold, but then he plasters on a fake smile. If you excuse us, we're going to head back to the party. It's a mess is what it is. Without waiting for a reply, he gently tugs you away. Thank you, she's horrible, I can see that. I don't want to go back with them. I can't. Not when I've finally tasted freedom. Then you won't. What? If you don't want to go, then you won't. I'll make sure of it. Out of pure shock, you freeze. You really mean that, don't you? Why do you sound so surprised? I'm not sure. No one will make you do anything you don't want to while I'm around, I swear. He sighs quietly. I'm sorry I've been an ass. I wish I had an excuse, but I don't know. He stares out to the open water, his expression a flurry of emotion. He signs, glancing back at you, open with a vulnerability you haven't seen before. I can raid all the ships on the seas and suffer all the harshest conditions, but facing someone I truly care about is difficult. His words send a jolt through you. You care about me? He stares at you, almost in shock. Of course I do. Amber, I've cared about you for a long while now. I want to protect you. I want to keep you safe and happy. His stormy eyes burn into yours, and his heart races. Ronan is confessing. What will you say? Well, let's not talk about this. He winces as if you slapped him, but nods in quiet resignation. You stay there for a few minutes watching the ocean waves together. Then a small crowd gathers nearby. When you stand on your tippy toes, you see Daisy at the center. Oh no. Attention, attention everyone. What's this? I have something to say, and it can't wait any longer. My sister is a fraud. The entire room turns to stare at you. Oh no, I should laugh off Daisy's claim, insist Daisy's only looking for attention. Tell Daisy I'm gonna laugh it off. You laugh and wave it to your sister. Good one, Daisy, good one. Not long ago, Amber called me. She begged me for help because she had been abducted. The crowd gasps. Of course, like the good sister I am, I wanted to help. I told her, give me as much information as she could. She only offered one thing. A name, the name of the man who'd taken her. Ronan Stryker. There's a collective gasp from the crowd. Then the whispers start as the crowd stares at you and Ronan. Ronan, isn't that the name of her boyfriend? That's the man she's with tonight. It can't be the same person. All eyes in the room turn to you. Everyone, she's jealous, envious, trying to stir up drama. Never gonna do that. Trying to stir up drama. Ronan laughs. He oozes confidence and waves his hand nonchalantly at the room. Please, no woman in her right mind would date her own kidnapper. Then why have none of us heard about you before or met you? The answer to that is simple. We were concerned. Amber was worried about her family's disapproval. Yes, so we kept our relationship secret. Of course, I hated the idea when a man like me falls in love with someone like Amber. We want to shout it out from the rooftops. But alas, it's what my lady wanted. Okay, prove it. What? Prove it. Prove that you're as head over heels as you say you are. The crowd exchanges hesitant glances and the smirks. Ronan sighs and pulls you close, leaning into whisper in your ear, kiss me. What? We have to settle it, Amber, kiss me. Your heart thumps in your chest, your pulse rushing in your ears as you stare up at him, at his captivating eyes, his strong jaw. Oh, goodness. I'm going to kiss him. I have to do it. You push forward and brush your lips to Ronan's. His response in kind, wrapping an arm around your waist and pulling you close. It's different from the heated kiss you shared before. It's sweeter, softer, but deep nonetheless. Ronan smirks into the kiss and decides to have a little fun. Deepening the kiss, he brings one hand up to tangle in your hair. He brings one hand up to tangle in your hair while the other drifts towards the cup of your butt. I'll run my hands through Ronan's hair, let's cup his face. Let's do that. You reach up and cup his face in your hands, running your fingers along his strong jaw. He chuckles against you. When you finally break away, you smirk, feeling playful. Ronan, if you're going to keep this up, we're going to have to head back to our room. Just say the word, love. I'm ready and willing. I'm sure these nice folks won't mind. Now, lovebirds, you've certainly made your point. Surely no one would think you weren't in love. The crowd mutters in agreement, but before some cameras flash. You're swarmed by the crowd, the press, and you suddenly feel suffocated. It reminds you of your life before, the pressure, the expectations. It's too much. I can't. You turn and bolt. Really? Before you realize what you're doing, you find yourself at the railing again, looking over the edge into the dark, vast ocean. Hey. Hi. You grip the railing in your hands, taking a long, deep breath. You turn and face Ronan, approaching slowly. So this is familiar, huh? Kind of like the night we met, yeah. Are you okay? I don't know. This whole thing as well, it's just a bit much. You, the boat, the people, the whole situation is complicated. Yes, that's the perfect word for it, complicated. Amber. Suddenly a pair of strong, familiar arms wrap around you. Ronan holds you close to him, protective and careful. It's okay, I'm here this time. You don't need to go through this song and dance alone, love. His hold tightens, and you melt into his touch. I'm just not going to spin the gems, man. I'm sorry. You push on his chest, creating some distance. I can't. Right, I'm sorry. You sigh, looking back out to the waves. You know it's different this time. What is? The railing, us being here, almost the same way we began. Oh. We've gotten to know each other. We have. Ronan takes a step back and he looks out over the ocean. His shoulders slump just a bit and he sighs. What's wrong? He turns back to you and takes both your hands. This is something I wasn't looking for and never expected it, but here we are. But it's easy for me. There's nothing for me to sacrifice, nothing for me to walk away from. That isn't true. Let's do that. Opening yourself to someone is sacrificing a piece of yourself. That's not what I meant. Ronan sighs, looking you in the eye. Amber, with me, there's no financial security. There's no parties or fancy clothes. Food is basic and bland. Locations aren't elegant and refined. My life is a rough life. A life of freedom, yes, but also of struggle. You make it sound so dull. It's not dull. He flashes you a grin and winks. But it's also not what you're used to. There won't be any dashing men to sweep you off your feet. Think carefully about this. Is it really what you want to be with me, to give up all of this? The weight of his words hits you, and you feel like asking so much more at a glance, all at once. Want to stay with you? I don't know what I want anymore. I'm going to do that. I'm confused. What about? Why and what about what? What do you think? Ronan sighs and looks back out over the sea. I understand, this has been complicated, messy. When this all started, I never imagined that this is where I'd end up. Me neither. You glance back towards the party. Soft sounds of laughter and music drift out to meet you. I cannot believe they showed up. Who, your family? Yes, this evening could have been so nice. It still can be. What do you mean? He smirks, looking out at the open water. With your family here, this officially means your plan has gone south. They'll call the authorities soon, Amber. You stare at him in shock, realizing how right he probably is. So what do we do? Remember our agreement. If my way doesn't work, we'll do it his way, which means... Ronan's eyes glitter with a dangerous light you've only seen a few times before. You swallow, overwhelmed by the force of it. He waves his hands to you, and you're shocked, and you're surrounded by a crew. They're all dressed in wait staff uniforms. They all have weapons. Your way hasn't worked, Amber, so we're doing it our way. Next chapter, what will be Ronan's way? Is the ship in danger, or will your pirate comrades soften? Find out in chapter 12. So there you have it, people. Another chapter finished. Look at that. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Look at that. We unlocked that. Okay. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give that video a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time with Chapter 12. I was kidnapped by the Pirate King. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.